Unit 4, Climate. This unit deals with atmosphere, insolation, pressure, precipitation, and world climates. In atmosphere, we will study about composition and structure, elements of weather and climate. In insolation, we will study about angles of incidence and distribution, heat budget of the earth, heating and cooling of the atmosphere, conduction, convection, terrestrial radiation, advection, temperature, factors controlling temperature, distribution of temperature, horizontal and vertical inversion of temperature. Pressure. In pressure, we will study regarding belts, winds, planetary, seasonal, and local air masses and fronts, tropical and extratropical, cyclones, precipitation. In this, we will study about evaporation, condensation, dew, frost, fog, mist and cloud, rainfall, types and world distribution. World climates. Here we will study about Köppen's classification of world climate. Köppen was a great scholar who have divided world climate in different groups, and he is classified in the perfect manner. Until today, we are studying about Köppen's climate, which is very, very important. In this, we'll also study about the greenhouse effect, global warming, climate changes. Let's move forward and let's start. When we see the atmosphere, we see it is full of gases. And when we see the carbon dioxide is meteorological, a very important gas, as it is transparent to the incoming solar radiation. And it is also going outside, so also known as outgoing terrestrial radiation. And it absorbs a part of terrestrial radiation and reflects back from some part of it towards the Earth's surface. It is largely responsible for the greenhouse effect. So when the question comes, which gas is responsible for greenhouse effect? So the answer will be carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. So as we have to prepare for the MCQs, so we have to see such type of questions. And then we move forward. Ozone is another important component of the atmosphere, found between 10 to 50 kilometers of the Earth's surface, and acts as a filter, absorbs the ultraviolet rays radiation from the sun. Which layer of the atmosphere absorbs ultraviolet rays means which layer saves us from ultraviolet rays? And the answer is ozone. Answer is ozone, right? So we will move forward and see. When we see, we are talking about composition of atmosphere. Here we are studying about composition of atmosphere. And in this, there are so many gases, variety of gases are there. And beside gases, water vapor is also an important factor in the building of atmosphere. And when we see here, water vapor is also variable gas in the atmosphere, which decrease with altitude. In the warm and wet tropics, it may account for 4% of the air by volume, while in the dry and cold areas of desert and polar regions, it may be less than 1% of the air. So once again, question raised here. What is the percentage by air of water vapor in tropic regions? In tropic regions, water vapor percent is 4%. Okay, in warm and wet tropics. And 1% of water vapor is found in dry and cold areas of deserts, and which is area is polar region. When we see the atmosphere is composed of gases, water vapor, and dust particles. The portion of gas change in the higher layers of the atmosphere in such a way that oxygen will be almost is negligible quantity at the height of 120 kilometer. It means up to 120 kilometer we have oxygen, but more than that we don't have oxygen. And similarly, carbon dioxide and water vapor are found only up to 90 kilometer from the surface of the earth. When we see dust particles, atmosphere has sufficient capacity to keep small solid dust particles, which may originate from different sources and include sea, salt, fine soil, smoke, soot, ash, pollen, dust, and disintegrated particles of meteors. Dust particles are generally concentrated in the lower layer of the atmosphere. It means as we move up, जैसे जैसे हम ऊपर जाएंगे वहां पर हमको dust particles नहीं कम होते जाएंगे या नहीं मिलेंगे बहुत height पर जाने पर, right? Conventional air currents may transport them to great heights. The higher concentration of dust particle is found in subtropical temperate regions due to dry winds in comparison to equatorial and polar regions. Dust and salt particles act hygroscopic nucleic around which water vapor condense and produce clouds. We all know water vapor and dust particles makes clouds. Next is structure of atmosphere, and for that the best part will be the diagram. Let's see the picture. It will be helping us easy to study than compared to theory. So if you see on the right hand side, the first layer is troposphere. First layer is troposphere, and second layer is stratosphere, third mesosphere, fourth exosphere. When we talk about troposphere, this is the lowermost layer of the atmosphere. Its average height is 16 kilometer, although it's only 10 kilometer at the poles and extends up to 18 kilometer. The next important point is at the rate of 165 meter, as we move up, जैसे से हम ऊपर जाएंगे, 1 degree Celsius temperature decrease. Temperature decrease मतलब ठंड बढ़ जाती है जैसे से हम 165 meter height पर जाते हैं. Okay. The second layer is tropopause. If you see, the upper limit of troposphere separating it from stratosphere is called tropopause. This is very unstable and thin layer of 1.5 kilometer thickness only. Temperature stops falling here and convection currents causes to function at this height. The air temperature and the tropopause is about -8 degree over the equator and about -45 degree over poles. So here question can come in a MCQ. What is the temperature at equator in tropopause and what is the temperature at poles in tropopause? Next is the tropopause, the troposphere. This sphere extends up to 18 kilometer at equator. Equator के ऊपर 18 kilometer तक ये move ये मिलेगी आपको tropopause layer, and only 10 kilometer at poles. Poles पे सिर्फ 10 kilometer ये आपको मिलेगी. Next is stratosphere, third layer. It extends up to height of 50 kilometer. It is thicker at the poles than the equator. The temperature remains almost constant in its lower portion up to the height of 20 kilometer. The temperature rises about 0 degrees Celsius at the upper limit of stratosphere There are particularly no clouds, convection current, thundering, lightning, water vapor, dust particles, etc. in this layer. The air moves in almost horizontal direction. The uppermost limit of stratosphere, the सबसे की ऊपर वाली जो layer है उसको बोलते हैं stratopause. That is called stratopause. Next, we move to mesosphere. In mesosphere, it lies above the stratosphere, extends from 50 km to 90 km, 50 to 90 km. Temperature decreases with the height in this layer and falls down minus 110 degrees Celsius at the height of 80 degree at 80 and 90 km. Mesosphere display high wispy clouds in high latitudes during the summer due to reflected sunlight from meteoric dust particles. The upper limit of mesosphere is known as mesopause. The सबसे ऊंची layer है known as mesopause. Next is hedosphere, also known as thermosphere. The thermosphere extends above the homosphere and the level of the composition level of the mesosphere. This one, mesosphere. It has heterogeneous chemical, also known as heterosphere, chemical combustion, and layer structure of nitrogen, oxygen, helium, and hydrogen. So this layer is full of nitrogen, oxygen, helium, hydrogen. It also has a layer of thermosphere, which continues to the edge of space about 60,000 kilometers above the Earth's surface. And the uppermost layer is known as mesopause. Then this is thermosphere. And here we move to ionosphere also. When we talk about ionosphere, it extends up to 100 kilometer to 480, then above 100 and to 400 kilometer. Ionosphere, it lies above mesosphere. Mesosphere के ऊपर ही मिलती है ionosphere. It contains electrical charge particles. What is ionosphere? Ionosphere means which contain the sphere which contains electric charge particles, which are known as ions. Hence, this layer is called ionosphere. The maximum concentration of ionized particles occurs at 250 km. Waves transmitted from the Earth are reflected back to the Earth by this layer. ये reflect करती है waves को, heat को. The temperature again start increasing with the height because radiation from the sun. Lastly, exosphere. Above 500 km is the last layer, above layer, exosphere of the Earth's surface. The uppermost layer of the atmosphere extending beyond the ionosphere above the height about 400 km, known as exosphere. In some other books, you can find it may be written a 500 km. And if you see once again the troposphere, in troposphere temperature decrease with the increase of height. जैसे हम ऊपर जाते हैं temperature decrease करता है और ये up to -80 डिग्री तक जाता है 18 किलोमीटर पे. Next, in the second sphere, at stratosphere, temperature increase with the height. In the first sphere, stratosphere, temperature decrease. In the stratosphere, temperature increase up to 50 kilometer and reaches up to 0 degree, from -80 degree to 0 degree. Next is third layer, mesosphere. Here the temperature decrease and reaches again up to -100 degrees Celsius. And in the next layer, ionosphere or thermosphere, it is temperature increase with the height once again. And in the last, above the exosphere, the temperature is more than 1000 degrees Celsius due to nearness of the sea. So this is the last